Stéphane.
Valérie, sur nos box
On our
actuelles,
boxes,
on
our
reçoit
current boxes,
OCS,
we can
Netflix,
receive OCS,
Canal,
Netflix,
en Dolby Atmos,
Canal,
et en
in Dolby
UHD, c'est
Atmos
bien
and
Oui, bien
UHD,
sûr,
right?
Stéphane.
Of course,
Et
Stéphane.
depuis longtemps.
And for a
On
real
n'a pas
long
besoin d'une
time.
nouvelle box pour
So
ça.
we don't need a
Ah,
new
non,
live box,
pas
no?
du tout.
No, not at all. Thank you, Valérie.
Bonjour Émeric.
Hello, Emmerich.
Ah.
Hello, Stéphane. How are you?
Émeric,
Great.
quand on a un client qui
Emmerich,
veut un
when
disque
a
dur
customer
d'1
wants
Tera
a
et une barre
1
de son,
tera
on sait lui fournir.
hard drive and
Oui,
a good
si ça
soundbar,
lui est
can we
utile.
give it?
Et puis la barre
Yes,
de son,
sure.
c'est Cabas.
Sure,
Et en
and
plus,
the
c'est Dolby
soundbar is
Atmos.
Cabas and Dolby
C'est ça,
Atmos.
donc
Yes.
s'il veut ces
Okay, so
équipements,
if
il les avoir,
they want the
il est
equipment, they
obligé
can
de
have it, but they
C'est ça,
don't
s'il les
have
veut,
to.
il les a.
Yes,
S'il
if they
les veut
want
pas,
it,
il les a
they
pas.
take it. If they don't, they
Merci,
don't.
Émeric. Bonjour Sylvain.
Hello, Sylvain.
Stéphane.
Hello,
va?
Stéphane.
Ça va.
How are you? I'm
T'es prêt?
fine.
C'est bon.
Everything's ready?
Bon.
Everything's
L'offre
ready.
maison connectée,
Perfect. The
elle est bien
Connected Home
gratuite et
offer
accessible
is
sur toutes
free
nos
and
box.
accessible on all of our live boxes. Yes, exactly, just as planned. Perfect. See you in a bit.
Le monde numérique
The
offre de
digital world
fantastiques
is a gateway to wonderful treasures.
Mais nous ne devons pas ignorer
But we
ces
mustn't
profondes
look away
inégalités.
from that world's deep
Une
disparities.
personne sur deux dans
One
le
in
monde
two people
n'a
in
pas
the world
accès à
are
Internet.
cut off from the internet.
Une personne sur
One
trois
in three
n'a pas de
people
téléphone mobile.
don't have a mobile phone.
Et si nous parlons d'un
Two in three
smartphone,
people don't have a
l'un des
smartphone,
principaux
one of the
moyens
most
d'accès à Internet,
convenient ways
nous
to
passons
access
à
the
2 personnes
internet.
sur 3. En France, il s'agit d'un
Here in
quart de la
France, that
population,
figure is 1 in 4.
ce qui n'est le cas pour
None
aucun
of us
d'entre
here in
nous
this room
dans cette pièce ce matin.
this morning have that problem.
Alors ces chiffres
There
rendent
is
humbles
something humbling about
pour
these
ce que nous
figures.
disons,
They make
pour
us
ce que nous
think
faisons.
again about what we say and what we do.
car pour les personnes dont nous
For the
parlons,
people we are talking
La
about
traduction
here,
est simple.
these figures mean something
Ils
very
sont
simple.
privés
They are
d'un
cut off
formidable
from
levier de
fabulous
développement.
development opportunities.
l'accès aux services
They
citoyens
can't use
fondamentaux
basic
est plus
services
difficile.
as easily as other citizens
diffusion
can.
de
They
l'information
can
et du
only
savoir
access a
leur est
limited
restreinte.
amount of information and
Ils ne
knowledge.
profiteront jamais.
A significant
part
portion of the
significative
economy
de-
will always be beyond their reach.
C'est une exclusion.
That's a form of
L'exclusion
exclusion,
numérique.
digital exclusion.
Pour Orange, ce sujet
This
est au
issue
cœur
is
de
at the
notre
center
métier.
of everything we do here
Cela
at
nous
Orange.
concerne tous.
Everything we
Toute
all do,
l'entreprise.
everyone in the company.
Sans nous paralyser, nous devons
The
questionner
questions we
chacune
ask
de nos
every
actions.
time we do something
Pourquoi
are,
est-elle
how
accessible
will
pour chacun?
everyone be able to enjoy this?
En quoi certaines
How
notre
will
société,
society as a
dans son
whole
ensemble,
find it helpful?
l'innovation telle que nous
Our
la
innovation
pratiquons
at
chez
Orange is a big
est
part
un
of
élément
our
de
answer to
réponse
those
majeur à ces
questions.
questions. C'est l'innovation
We call
Human
it
Insight.
human inside innovation.
avec ces deux principes.
We follow two principles
D'abord,
here.
elle doit être accessible.
First, we want everyone to be able
Car
to use our
la
innovation,
démocratisation
because
ne peut plus
democratization
être un
isn't a
vain
hollow
Nous
buzzword
ne
for us,
construisons pas
because
une société
we're not
numérique
building a digital
fondée sur
society that
l'argent
revolves
ou
around
l'élitisme.
money or that only the elite can enter.
Et l'innovation doit avoir
And we want innovation
l'homme
to be
pour seul cadre
people-centric.
de développement. Le point de départ,
People need to be the
Et le point
starting
d'arrivée de
point
chaque
of everything we do and find the
Dès
end
que
result
nous nous
helpful.
écartons de ce
If
chemin,
we
nous
ever
brisons le
stray
cadre de confiance.
from that path, we will damage the
L'intégrité
digital
digitale
trust and the
dont
digital
chacun doit
integrity we believe everyone should be able to enjoy.
Au risque d'exclusion numérique,
Orange's answer to the risk of
gadgets
digital
high-tech
exclusion, to
réservés à
high-tech
quelques-uns,
gadgets that only a few
Orange
can
répond
afford,
par
is
l'innovation inclusive.
inclusive
Nous
innovation.
pensons
This
nativement
inclusion is native to our
que ce
innovation,
soit en matière
to our
d'Internet des
innovation
objets,
in every area,
d'intelligence
the IoT, artificial intelligence, and even the network.
moins d'un Français sur quatre
Less than
possède
1 in
un
4
objet
French
connecté.
people own a
Si l'on
connected
passe
object.
à
And
deux objets
do you know
connectés,
how many
nous
French
ne
people
parlons
own
plus
two
de deux
connected
Français
objects?
sur 10.
What, 1 in 10.
Alors non, la
So
promesse de
all
l'Internet
the promises we saw in the IoT aren't really materializing yet, not even close. The problem is that it's not simple. When you try to set up a connected object in your home, you soon realize you're dealing with quite a complex ecosystem. There are so many brands, including several you've never heard about before, and so many technical interfaces and protocols. Our past experience has shown us something. A year ago, we took a new look at banks. Then we did the same thing with homes. However sophisticated technology is, it needs to be simple to use. You shouldn't need expert knowledge to use connected objects. It's our job to make them user-friendly. Starting in Q1 next year, you'll be able to connect your objects directly to your Livebox using the same app on your smartphone or your TV screen. You and your family will be able to connect your objects, remote control them, monitor them, and analyze their consumption. For example, you'll be able to adjust the temperature in each of your rooms when you're out, and switch lights on and or off, or even create different lighting atmospheres. We've called this service Connected Home. We couldn't make it any simpler. We're also aware of the security issues that come with connected objects. Manufacturers don't always rank security at the top of their list of priorities, even though connected objects can provide backdoors into your home. At Orange, we want to keep your connected object ecosystem trustworthy. That's why we choose the right objects. Connected Home is compatible with Orange objects, of course, and with objects from our selected partners. These objects are from market-leading manufacturers, from Philips, Bosch, or Netatmo, for example. We handpicked them because their products are outstanding and because their security standards are as uncompromising as ours. So that's how we made Connected Home simple and secure. We also wanted everyone to be able to use it. As you've probably gathered, you won't need a new box. You won't need a separate subscription either. And it won't cost you anything. All you need is the latest generation Livebox to use Connected Home. This service will go live in Q1 2019 with a simple software update. When we flick that switch, 3 million homes will be able to step into Orange's simple and secure IoT universe at no extra cost. We will also be offering an additional security service at an extra cost this time, over and above this convenient connected object ecosystem. We will be developing this service in early 2019 through a joint venture we set up with Groupama, an insurer. This solution was the natural next step in our long-standing partnership. The service's name is just as straightforward: Protected Home. And it's a complete security solution. We will send a professional crew to your home to set up your alarm system. Then you can manage it remotely using the app. If someone breaks into your home when you're out, we will send a professional response team straight away. Unlike our competitors, we don't need you to answer the phone before we respond. The remote surveillance center takes over immediately, 24/7. So, banking was our first venture, and Protected Home is our second venture as a multi-service operator. We read and hear a lot about artificial intelligence in the news. But most of us don't actually come into direct contact with it very often. People are expending a lot of energy trying to figure out if AI should copycat us or if it might outsmart us. I personally believe that's besides the point. Artificial intelligence and human intelligence are two very different things. And they should be. One is artificial, the other is human. What's the point of tweaking artificial systems until they emulate human nature? The real question is how helpful AI really is. How this human creation helps human beings.
Un élément de réponse chiffré.
I have a figure that can shed light on the answer. Less than 1 in 10 French people use a virtual assistant every day.
Donc, aujourd'hui,
so we can't really say that AI is very helpful today.
Comment rend-on
So how can we make it helpful?
En faisant en sorte qu'elle
By
réponde
using it to take care of our essential everyday needs.
C'est la philosophie.
That's what we did with our AI Jingo.
Alors je sais qu'il y a une personne
I know someone who agrees with me on this.
Je partage ce point de vue. Et il a fait le déplacement
And he came over from Germany, especially to be here with us this morning.
C'est le
He is
témoignage
here
d'un lien
to bear
symbolique
witness to our
et
strong
opérationnel
symbolic bond
majeur.
and operational teamwork.
Mesdames,
Ladies and gentlemen,
je vous demande
please give a warm
d'accueillir le
welcome
président
to the
directeur
Chief
général de
Executive
Deutsche
Officer
Telekom,
of Deutsche Telekom, Timotheus Hodges.
Hi, Tim.
Bonjour, messieurs, mesdames. Je suis très
Ladies
heureux
and
d'être ici
gentlemen,
aujourd'hui.
good morning. I'm delighted to be here
Thank you,
today.
Tim.
So, thank you for having me, and it's a great honor being invited to this fantastic presentation. And you know that we are working together since 15 years in 2019. So therefore, I thought I'd bring you a present today. And you know, magenta is the new orange. And therefore, I thought, you know, you should run faster with these shoes, and you will be more successful with magenta. So please have these nice shoes for me.
Thanks, Tim. Let me put this. Thank you, Tim, and really thank you for honoring us with your presence.
Look, guys, I think, you know, we have worked intensively on cooperating here in Europe because these ecosystems of the Americas and even in China is very challenging. And therefore, we have built a very strong link between our two companies. We have a shared vision. If you look to Deutsche Telekom, what we're doing and what Orange is doing in their markets. And therefore, we have formed an alliance for artificial intelligence in our two companies.
Tell us more about what we have built together based on this fantastic project of Jingo and Magenta.
Look, we have, over the last 18 months, we have gathered a very unique team of experts from France and from Germany, 150 experts together, from Châtillon to Darmstadt. They have been working very intensely together, and we have developed hardware and software components for artificial intelligence. And I think that is unique for Europe. We have pooled our resources on language processing, as an example, on the IT orchestrating, and even on the AI skills, and to share not only the knowledge, but even share the design and the development of one unique German-French product.
In concrete terms, our designers engaged in simultaneous creative exercises and then reviewed their ideas. They selected the best choice and divided the work on the same product in between the two teams. So without further delay, let me present you the Hello Magenta speaker by Deutsche Telekom.
And the Jingo speaker by Orange. We are twins. So this shared development was made possible thanks to our productive strategic alliance. And it's the first step towards a genuine digital Europe. And first of all, from an economic point of view, it makes a lot of sense. It's a 50-50 investment for Orange and Deutsche Telekom. And together, we are talking about large customer potential.
And Tim, from an ethical point of view, it's very important too, because we have the same values. The data managed by Jingo and Hello Magenta will be stored and secured on European soil. I'm quite sure, Tim, that this partnership on artificial intelligence is only the beginning of a close collaboration between Deutsche Telekom and Orange in order to assert and to materialize the views we share on Digital Europe.
Everybody is complaining about Europe. Everybody's complaining about that we are losing track. And we are doing something about it. Not complaining, do something. And that's why Europe is moving in this direction, in the right direction. We are unique in the way how Europe is protecting the data of its citizens. And despite all the criticism which we had, the criticisms about data policy and about the Brussels authorities, the GDPR is a highlight of European constitution. And now a digital Europe has to become a priority for the companies operating here. We have to complement the analog debate on Europe as a place to do business with a digital debate. Right now, Europe has lost the first half of the digitization. The big consumer markets. Our economy faces challenge from the major internet platforms in North America. And from a national industrial policy, we are challenged from China as well. But Europe is about to lose even the second half if we are not doing something about it. And the second half is all about the data, the cloud, and the AI-based services. Just to remind us, today only 4% of the world data is stored in Europe, on Europe companies or on German or French companies' clouds. Meanwhile, global tech giants improve their AI solutions big time while we are sitting here. And thanks to the large database, they have access to all this data. And the more data they get on AIs, the better their services get. And we think we have to do something about that.
Yes, definitely. We should give the European business model a stronger digital enhancement. And this push in business must be followed by a push in policy. Europe needs to improve the framework for infrastructure investments. The digital infrastructure has become at least as important as roads and rails. Without a favorable environment, Europe will never take the lead in 5G, AI, cloud.
Look, and indeed, Stefan, I think in addition, the European Union needs to assert itself in the fields of internet security, quantum computing, photonics, nanotechnology, and connected cities as well, plus the infrastructures on 5G which we're going to build. These are the key enabling technologies which will guarantee the wealth and prosperity of our kids in the future. In China, 91% of all companies believe in the potential of AI. 91. In the US, 97. And in Germany, we only see the glass half empty. It's only 51% who believe that AI will help them make their business better.
And I don't know what would be the number in France. That's probably in the same range.
Look, we cannot afford, that we have this negative connotation.
Yes, Tim. Yes, Tim. And it's all the more right that Europe has very good assets to become a digital driving force, because we have a long tradition of excellence in scientific research, because we have the best engineers and schools in the world, because we have an outstanding industrial base. We have also a flourishing environment of innovative startups. Some have even succeeded in developing famous technologies, such as DeepMind in the UK or Skype in Sweden.
And look, the reason why I'm here today, very spontaneous, the first, we are friends and we have a business in mind. The second thing is, it's worth fighting for Europe and for the wealth of this generation which is coming. The third one is we are strong. We can do a lot of things together as companies, And the last one, by complaining, nothing is changing. You have to do something about it. And I can tell you one thing. I can tell you one thing. Europe can do growth. I'm totally convinced of it. We have faith that Europe is smart enough to leverage its potential, to enable more investments into infrastructure, to eliminate competitive asymmetrics with internet companies, to promote a business model that represents European values. And with the General Data Protection Law, the GDPR, Europe has moved in the area of protecting the data of its citizens in the right way. I said both. The GDPR, it had said both. On the one side, democracy for our citizens here in Europe, and on the second, competitiveness standards for our industries in the global landscape. So let's fight, guys. Let's fight for prosperity, for peace, to grow and flourish our European business. Let's fight for a great future of our two companies, and we will make sure that Europe is growing.
And let's build the Franco-German partnership and collaboration that will make the future of digital Europe. Thanks, Tim.
Thank you very much for having me.
Thanks for being there. L'année dernière, j'évoquais quelques-unes des fonctionnalités
Jingo and I had a chat up here on the stage to show you a few of the things he could do.
Depuis, nous nous sommes employés.
Since then, we've been building a variety of partnerships to provide ever more Orange services with Jingo.
Commençons par les plus essentiels.
Let's start with the most essential ones. Many of you have chosen us to handle your connections, communication, and TV bundle. So we understand you. We know how you use our services in your home, and we've decided to use AI to enhance those services. Jingo is your one-stop shop, as it were, for all your Orange services. You can talk to him. You can use the speaker as your phone to make calls in a hands-free mode when you're home. That's a simple, helpful feature, but no other speaker on the market can do it unless you buy extra hardware. You can also use Jingo to connect to your Orange TV. You can ask him to find a film for you, for example, by telling him about your favorite genre or director, or simply switch channels. And Jingo will naturally control all the connected home services I told you about earlier. You'll be able to voice control your lighting and every other home automation system you use. And you won't even need to keep the speaker in your living room. You can connect it in any room you like. We did the same thing as we did with the IoT here. We teamed up with the best-known companies to cater to your everyday needs. We're working hard with those companies to integrate our services into a seamless whole. We're making your experience as simple and smooth as it can be. And we're doing that with top companies. The first one is Amazon. We've built a singular partnership between Orange and Amazon. Or I should say, a partnership between Jingo and Alexa. These two AIs will be cooperating. When you want to buy something, look something up on the internet, or use any other Amazon service, you can ask Alexa directly using your Jingo speaker. And we want to take it further. We're working with Amazon to embed our AIs, Jingo and Alexa, into our respective speakers. It's with those partner companies that we're preparing the everyday services you'll be able to enjoy with Jingo tomorrow. I'm talking about playing your music on Deezer, planning a journey with the Wii.SNCF, listening to the news from Radio France and Les Echos, or checking weather forecasts on Météo France. We want our AI to be able to handle all your everyday wants and needs. That's why we want it to be able to answer even the most elaborate questions. You'll start seeing Jingo smart speakers in all Orange stores this spring. Prices will start at €49 for our customers. If we want Jingo to be helpful, we naturally need him to be easy to reach. As you've probably understood, Jingo is an AI. He's much more than an object. You can interact with him using any other Orange device, from your smartphone, from your computer, from your Cabas soundbar, and from your set-top box remote control. Several 100,000 customers are already using our remote controls with built-in mics. And all you'll need to start interacting with Jingo is a software update. So we're talking about everyday services, about services everyone can enjoy. We're not interested in making Orange AI more human. We want it to be more helpful. As digital services are intangible to some extent, it's easy to lose sight of the tangible systems that carry those services, as if the internet dismissed space, as if it was an invisible network that didn't need data. We need to start looking at the internet's geographic dimension once again. We need to factor the physical network back into the equation. As we've all moved into the information age, disparities in network access now affect an area's development prospects. The network, in other words, is one of the keys to build a more inclusive digital society. It has evolved fast over these past 20 years, and it has shown it can respond fast too. So we can use that ability to respond fast to change the game. But to do that, we need to design the network and retain control over it. And that is precisely what Orange has always done. It all starts underwater. The internet is connected through submarine cables. These cables carry the bulk of international communication. That's over 99% of all traffic. I like to think of them as arteries irrigating the planet. What you might not know is that Orange is one of the leaders in the worldwide submarine cable market. We have invested in a number of those cables. This network is 450,000 kilometers long. That's 10 times the Earth's circumference, and we're taking it to the next level. We're helping to expand digital exchanges between Europe and the United States. The data highway between our two continents is the busiest on the planet. We're joining forces with Google on the Dunant project. This cable will be over 6,000 kilometers long. It will significantly ease traffic. It will be one of the world's main submarine data highways. It will connect the French coast directly to Virginia Beach in the United States. At the same time, we're completing Kanawa, the new submarine cable that will make mobile internet traffic in French Guiana smoother and more secure. Because when we say digital inclusion, we mean overseas France too. Another project Orange is working on is called PEACE. It's an acronym. PEACE stands for Pakistan and East Africa Connecting Europe. This 12,000-kilometer cable will interlink Pakistan, Djibouti, Kenya, Egypt, France, and, at a later stage, South Africa. The PEACE network will strengthen connections among the planet's 3 most populated continents while considerably reducing lag time. If you think about it, these submarine cables are a lot like the shipping routes that started appearing several centuries ago. Orange is investing massively in these projects, which are bringing humanity closer together and shaping our digital society. But all these submarine cables wouldn't be very helpful if they didn't somehow reach your living room. That's why we were among the first to start rolling out optical fiber all the way to our customers' homes. That was a bold choice at the time because we also decided that we would be building most of the network ourselves. We wouldn't just be selling it. The figures that some of our competitors are boasting about simply mean Orange is doing a great job rolling out its network. Orange has built the bulk of the optical fiber network that has reached 11 million French homes so far. And we will continue to invest billions of euros and to deploy tens of thousands of technicians to connect 70% of French homes ourselves. We're also building these optical fiber network because we know it's fostering digital inclusion and fueling development in rural communities which have been neglected for too long. Still, we realize that some people can't wait for their fiber connections. So in the meantime, we're offering a solution using our mobile network. I'm talking about a broadband connection in your living room using the best 4G network in France according to ASERP, the country's telecoms regulator. You don't need a €500 box or a complex technical contraption. All you need is a router to set up your 4G landline connection. This deal has no strings attached, costs nothing to switch on and costs nothing to cancel. We are the #1 4G player and we have, believe me, every intention to stay in the lead. But we're also looking beyond 4G technology and preparing tomorrow's mobile network today, the 5G network. We are investing in research and innovation. We set up an experimental 5G network in Lille and Douai last February. And I'm proud to announce that we're opening our new 5G lab at Orange Gardens in Châtillon today. That's why I'd like to talk to Luc Breton, our Techno Center and Orange Fab Executive Vice President.
Bonjour Stéphane.
Hi
Bonjour
Stéphane.
à tous.
Hi
Alors effectivement,
everyone.
je suis
I'm
en direct
talking
de
to you
Châtillon
live
à
from Orange Gardens in
Nous avons
Châtillon.
installé il y a
We
quelques
set
semaines
up
un
a
véritable
5G
réseau
network
5G
here a
ici
few weeks
et nous
ago,
réalisons ce
and
matin
we are
un
running a test
qui est
this
une
morning
première
for the
en France.
first time in
Ce
France.
drone que vous
This
voyez devant
drone
moi, il
in
embarque
front of me is
une
carrying a
station
5G
d'émission
transmission reception
5G
station.
que la caméra
You
vous
can
montre.
see it on the
Allez,
camera.
on va faire
Let's
démarrer ce drone.
do it.
C'est parti. Alors, il y a 2 mois,
2 months
nous
ago,
passions
we
un
made
premier
a
appel
call on
5G.
our 5G network.
Il y a 1 mois,
1 month
nous
ago,
utilisions
we
un
used a
premier
test smartphone.
test 5G et aujourd'hui,
For
en
the
5G
first time.
toujours, nous
Today,
réalisons
we're bringing
une
you a
transmission
live broadcast
directe.
using 5G technology.
Une image en
The image is
ultra
ultra high
haute
definition.
Alors, sans vous abreuver de
I
spécifications
won't drown
techniques,
you in
la
the specs,
vidéo
but
est
this video
transmise à
has 60
60
frames per second
avec un
and
flux
is traveling
de
at
50
50
mégabits par
megabits
seconde.
per second.
C'était jusque-là un standard
That's
réservé à la
quality you can
télévision
only see on television
Demain,
today.
il sera
Tomorrow we'll be
accessible
able
à
to
tous
enjoy it
grâce
with
à la
5G.
5G. Alors la 5G, vous l'avez compris,
5G
c'est le
is
très haut débit mobile.
ultra
Un
fast
débit
broadband. It's
multiplié par
10
10
times
par rapport à
faster
la 4G.
than broadband.
Cela permet notamment la réalité virtuelle.
It's the key
ou la
to virtual
réalité
reality or augmented
augmentée,
reality
le
in
temps réel.
real time.
Alors, pour le jeu en ligne,
For online
pour des
gaming
usages
or
beaucoup
advanced
plus
professional
sérieux,
applications,
très professionnels,
telemedicine,
comme la
for
télémédecine,
example,
c'est parfaitement adapté.
it is
Et
perfect
à consommation
and it
énergétique
will outperform
équivalente.
every other
Les
network
performances
without
sont
consuming
meilleures
more
que
energy.
les autres réseaux précédents. Voilà, vous savez tout.
Now
Je vous
you
repasse
know
le relais, Stéphane,
everything.
en direct de la Défense.
Back to La Défense now.
Merci Luc.
Thank you, Luke.
Merci pour cette nouvelle
Thank you
performance.
for this new
La
breakthrough.
5G,
5G is a revolutionary network
pour l'Internet des
for
objets,
the IoT, for example.
parce que ce réseau est intelligent.
It's an
C'est-à-dire qu'il
intelligent.
adapte ses
It's an
performances
intelligent
aux
network.
objets
It
avec
adapts
lesquels il communique.
its performance to the objects it interacts with, because connected cars, drones, factory machines, and smartphones don't have the same requirements.
L'autre usage de rupture concerne la
This
couverture
ultra-fast
en
network's reach will also be revolutionary. In countries that don't have a large fiber networks, 5G networks will provide an additional option to connect to fixed broadband in a completely different class to 4G.
Nous avons réalisé cette année des premières expérimentations.
This year we carried out our
de la
first
5G
few
en
conclusive
France
tests
et en
using
Europe.
5G technology in France and around
En
Europe.
2019.
In 2019, we will start ramping up for the commercial launch by setting up a 5G network in 17 European cities. In France, Spain, Poland, Belgium, Luxembourg,
et en Roumanie.
and Romania.
Très concrètement,
In other words, we're working so that thousands of our customers in Lille, Marseille, Paris and Nantes can try out 5G in 2019. That way, we will be ready to switch on the network in 2020 when there are enough 5G-ready smartphones out there to use it. As you've probably gathered, 5G is much more than a 4G upgrade. It will reshape industrial operations, for example. Businesses will actually be the first to use 5G technology. This spring, Orange will be organizing a forum with its large industrial partners, large, medium and small companies and startups to talk about the best way to harness 5G technology for business. We need to write the 5G story together. This means we need to identify companies' needs in each business sector and tap into all the opportunities that will come up with the Internet of Enterprises. 5G will be better distributed, more efficient and more intelligent. Or in other words, it will be the foundation for a digital world everyone can enjoy. A digital world where everyone is welcome is also a world with no unwarranted restrictions on freedom. It's like in any other society, you need to strike a fine balance between freedom and security. Most of us value peace, want to express our views openly and respect others. At the same time, more and more aspects of our life are going online. Here again, it's like any other society. There's a dark side to it. There are flaws. There are people who want to cause harm, who want to corrupt the system and don't care about others. I'm not fear-mongering here. I'm saying that understanding the more fragile areas in our digital society will help us forestall the hazards, help us keep us a balance, and help us protect our freedom. Let me show you an example. One day in the summer of 2017, one of our Spanish partners reported an incident on several of its computers. A message on the screen claimed that the data in the computer had been encrypted and demanded a ransom to unencrypt it. This was the third worldwide cyber attack in 2017, only a few weeks after two WannaCry waves. At first, we thought it was a ransomware. A software to get a ransom. But it turned out to be a wiper. A virus that wipes out all the data in a computer. At 9 a.m., our partner warned us of an unknown type of attack. By 11 a.m., we had finished analyzing the virus and determined it was NotPetya. By 11:15 a.m., we had uploaded the countermeasures into all our customers' protection systems. None of them was infected. Responding fast is the key to effective cyber defense, and Orange has a decisive advantage. We can do more than respond fast. We can anticipate too. We operate our network, so we're one step ahead. We monitor our network non-stop, so we can pick up the weak signals early on in an attack. Our teams analyze 50 billion events a day. Our database contains over 550 million virus varieties, which we analyze and classify by type. We dissect those viruses to find out how they work so we can diffuse them more effectively. We have set up 26 centers in 10 countries to detect security incidents, gather and pull expertise and respond to threats. They are all lookout posts. We protect businesses, but we also protect you. When Orange Cyber Defense spots a malicious site, we report it to the hosts so they can offline it. Every time we do that, it means there is one less site out there phishing for or stealing people's identities. In 2018, we eliminated 200 malicious sites a day, making the internet so much safer. So, no, we don't take online freedom lightly. The question isn't if a cyber attack will strike you, it's when. And when it does, the only thing that will matter is who is by your side to deal with it. Identifying, protecting, detecting, responding, and anticipating. That's what Orange Cyber Defense does. Its network sentinels rank Orange among Europe's cybersecurity leaders. You'll be able to meet a few of them in the hacking room over in the Orange Innovation Showroom in a few minutes' time. When society is cybersecure, digital technology can once again bring about progress for everyone. That's how Orange's inclusive innovation is helping to build a more secure digital society. One of the reasons why we pay so much attention to cybersecurity is that we are constantly handling large flows of data in real time. We manage the network. We optimize it when consumption spikes. We locate the most critical nodes, and we are constantly adjusting resources to treat you to the best service quality. All these flows include some very personal information. We carry your telephone conversations, your email, your documents, your usernames, and your passwords. So we need to stay on our guard to earn your trust. Because trust is the foundation underlying everything Orange does with data. I'd like to insist on that here with you today. Our customers can trust us to protect their data for one simple reason. Several internet giants brag about providing free services. We don't. We don't need your personal data to finance our business model. We don't analyze your conversations to try to sell you things. We just carry them and protect them. That sounds rather elementary, but it's better to say it out loud and clear. Until the General Data Protection Regulation took effect last May, more than half the apps on your phone were picking up your location information. A third of them were accessing your contacts, and 10% of them were accessing your account, calendar, and microphone. Our business model is based on the subscription fee we charge. We don't need to squeeze your data to extract any value from it. Orange never conveys any information that might be used to identify customers. That's why you didn't hear about us in any of the many unfortunate privacy-related scandals that surfaced over this past year. Earning your trust, however, involves more than protecting your data. Your data belongs to you. It has value, and you can enjoy that value. Earning your trust, in other words, also means helping you benefit from your data's value. If and when you want us to. That's another way we can do more to enhance your digital life. At Orange, we have several pioneering services to help you tap into your data's full value. Here's an example. First, Orange can create and secure your online identity. So you can use our system to sign in to all kinds of online services. We developed this Mobile Connect and Me service with our partners. You download it to your smartphone, then scan your document. Then you take a selfie. We analyze your selfie and compare it with the photo on your document to make sure it's you. Then you choose a 4-digit code, which the app encrypts and stores on your phone's SIM card. Your code will never reach the network. Then you can use your phone number and 4-digit code to access a variety of sensitive sites simply and securely. You can already use it to sign in to France Connect, a gateway to 380 public services, including your health insurance and point-based driving license. Mobile Connect costs nothing, is available and secure, and is certified by public authorities. This service is already up and running in several European and African countries. Let's talk about another kind of sensitive data, your medical information. Many of the medical devices in hospitals these days are connected. The question is what they are connected to. We build information systems for public and private hospitals. All the devices in a hospital can connect to these systems. The devices that carry out biomedical tests transfer their result directly to your medical file. Then the system links your doctor's prescriptions, your appointment for surgery, your test results, and even the information about your follow-up after surgery. It's a smooth and smart path, and it eases admin workloads for our medical teams so that they can spend more time looking after you. We can do all this because we can count on our Orange Healthcare Department's expertise and because we can deliver the highest security standards. So we can keep your identity and your medical information secure. And we're also keeping your money secure, at least for some of you. A year ago, I told you that Orange Bank was opening for business in France. It has more than 200,000 customers today, and it has become a trendsetter on its market. But it's more than a business success story. Orange Bank is a brand new vision. It's what a bank should be like today, a bank that respects its customers and is aware of what they are entrusting it with, an ethical bank, a bank that doesn't corner you into doing something you don't want to do. Starting this spring, we will systematically send our customers warnings to try to save them overdraft charges. And it's a bank that customers can trust. Security is obviously a sine qua non for every bank. So we have a heightened security feature for our premium cards. The security code on the back of your card will be dynamic. It will change automatically every hour to make your online shopping safer. We're also working on a new database service, a new app that will be available from Orange Bank. It will combine and display statements from several banks in a single, entirely secure interface, meaning you won't need to enter your username and password. You'll be able to classify your expenditure by category and automatically import your bills. The app will also suggest ways you can optimize your budget and plan ahead. This financial coach will be a control tower, so to speak, for your finances, and it will be easy to use and secure. Lastly, I'd like to talk about another highlight of our civic lives and how data can simplify it. I'm talking about voting. Local authorities will be able to use this service to run consultations on their projects, for instance, if they are planning to build new public amenities or open a new bus line. We're developing this electronic polling solution and securing it using blockchain technology. The advantage of blockchain technology is that it can work without central control. It's a database that contains a log of all the exchanges between users since its creation. This database is shared among its users and travels through no intermediaries. Anyone can check the chain to make sure it's valid. When we use this technology to vote, for example, we'll be able to verify that our vote has been properly tallied. Our vote, not somebody else's vote. And everyone can verify that the polling process is entirely legal. Vote by Orange is a simple and ironclad service that communities can use to ask people for their views. That's how we are protecting your identity, your medical information, your money, and even your vote. And those are the baseline requirements for a secure environment that protects your integrity. We innovate because you trust us, and we use data to innovate. So it makes a lot of sense to be entirely open about this. We're planning to appoint an ethics committee specifically on data use. Its membership will be mixed, and it will review matters referred to it by people representing our customers, people representing our employees, and people outside Orange. I will chair this committee, and I will also be able to refer matters to it if necessary. When it issues an opinion, I will make sure its opinion is acted upon in our company and in our partner companies. At the same time, we will continue to bring together and hire even more data and AI experts to add value to the data you entrust us with. Orange is innovating for everyone. We are rolling out the best landline and mobile connectivity across the country. We are securing and simplifying all our customers' digital lives with our expertise in cybersecurity and digital identities. We are ushering our customers into the artificial intelligence age by building our own AI, Jingo, into their remote controls. And we are ushering them into the IoT age by bringing our new connected home solution to millions of customers in our latest boxes. And we are doing all this without selling you any new hardware. All you need is a software update. And if you want more, we can take it further too. You can choose to use more AI in your home with our state-of-the-art smart speaker Jingo, which is seamlessly embedded in the Orange universe and will follow you around your home. You can choose to do more with the IoT using our remote surveillance solution, which is the most competitive on the market. Our innovation comes with a completely transparent pricing policy. We're also using soundbar, cabas, to help people have a more immersive experience. So we are completely transparent when it comes to pricing policy. We don't have complicated deals full of services you'll never use. We innovate for everyone. I expect our innovation to be inclusive and our approach to data to be as open and all-embracing as it can be, so that they can provide a bond, the bond for a new kind of digital society, an alternative to what we've seen so far, a free and enlightened society making progress together. If you'd like to try out and find out more about our new solutions, please join me in the Orange Innovation Showroom. Thank you.